March 11, 2025. Daily Bread. Passage: Genesis chapter 21 verse 22 to 34. Key verse: verse 33. Title: Abraham called on the eternal God. At that time Abimelek and Phicol, the commander of his army, said to Abraham, "God is with you in all that you do. Now therefore swear to me here by God that you will not deal falsely with me or with my descendants or with my posterity, but as I have dealt kindly with you, so you will deal with me and with the land where you have sojourned." And Abraham said, "I will swear." When Abraham reproved Abimelek about a well of water that Abimelek's servants had seized, Abimelek said, "I do not know who has done this thing, you did not tell me, and I have not heard of it until today." So Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelek, and the two men made a covenant. Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of the flock apart. And Abimelek said to Abraham, "What is the meaning of these 7 ewe lambs that you have set apart?" He said, "These 7 ewe lambs you will take from my hand, that this may be a witness for me that I dug this well." Therefore that place was called Beersheba, because there both of them swore an oath. So they made a covenant at Beersheba. Then Abimelek and Phicol, the commander of his army, rose up and returned to the land of the Philistines. Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba and called there on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abraham sojourned many days in the land of the Philistines. Daily Bread Message. The last time Abraham encountered Abimelek, he had been full of fear, cowardly gave up his wife, and made weak excuses. God had intervened at that time. Abimelek feared God. He kept his eye on Abraham, and saw that God was with him in everything. So he sought out a treaty of mutual respect. The world is watching how we live. Do they see that God is with us in everything? Abraham is a different man. His fear has been replaced with courage. He not only agrees to the treaty, but even confronts Abimelek about a well he dug. With confidence and faith in God who makes and keeps promises, Abraham became bold and courageous. The introduction of the term, Philistines, here reminds us that we live in hostile territory. Abraham doesn't fight his neighbors but makes friends and allies. His planting a tamarisk tree and calling out to the eternal God shows where his strength comes from. He does not retreat but stays a long time. Beersheba becomes a prominent place in God's history from this time forward. Prayer. Father, you have been so faithful. Open my eyes to know you as the eternal God, that your perfect love may drive out all my fear. Help me be a peacemaker in a world of fear and conflict. One word. Our God is the eternal God.